Coverage you can count on continues. This is WGAL News 8 at 4.
Today on WGAL News 8 at 4, a man is behind bars after police say he attacked a group of nurses and attempted to rape one of them.
58 shootings in less than 3 days. How Chicago police are now working to cut the gun violence.
And thunderstorms are headed to the Susquehanna Valley. WGAL News 8 Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun has the details coming up in the Storm Team forecast.
But we begin with the Pope's letter to the world's 1 billion Catholics condemning child sex abuse by priests and demanding accountability. Good afternoon. I'm Janelle Stolzen.
I'm Kim Lemon. The Pope's letter is in response to last week's grand jury report into sex abuse in Pennsylvania diocese.
He says the church showed no care for the little ones, saying the church abandoned them. The Pope begged forgiveness for the pain suffered by victims and said all Catholics must be involved in any effort to root out abuse and cover-ups. The letter reads in part, looking ahead to the future, no effort must be spared to create a culture able to prevent such situations from happening. But the letter does not spell exact changes he's calling for, something an Irish Catholic who met with Pope Francis in 2014 is critical of.
Well, let's see how that difference is going to be. It's not going to be by quoting scriptures. It's not going to be by quoting previous popes. It's going to be by the concrete actions that have not been included in the paradigm to date.
Pennsylvania's Attorney General says he hopes the Pope's letter will prompt church leaders to, quote, cease their denials and deflections and now fully support the grand jury's recommendations so survivors have the opportunity to obtain justice.
The YWCA of Lancaster is reaching out to victims of sexual abuse and others impacted by this grand jury report.
WGAL News 8's Barbara Barr is live from Lancaster.
You know, one of those discussions is going on right behind me right now inside a room here at the YWCA. It is for not only survivors of sexual abuse, but anyone in the community that's been impacted by the report that was released last week. And it's there to provide discussion as well as offer the resources that are available here for anyone impacted. The room where the YWCA counselors will meet with anyone interested is right there. We were inside a little while ago. The discussions are private and they are in response to the grand jury report that detailed abuse in the Catholic Church. The YWCA is the designated rape crisis center for Lancaster County and says it's seen an uptick in calls since that report was released.
This report and sexual abuse as a whole affects not only a victim survivor, but also the community. And so this has a significant impact on potentially re-triggering people who have already been assaulted.
And these are this is the first day of the sessions. They are being held twice a day, 10 to 12, and also 4 to 6, and they will run throughout the week here. Live in Lancaster, Barbara Barr, WGAL News 8.
Our coverage continues on WGAL.com, where we have a link to the nearly 900-page grand jury report.
Well, something new and different. More rain is headed for the Susquehanna Valley with the chance of storms tomorrow, Chief Meteorologist Joe Calhoun. You're going to work yourself out of a job if we just say the same thing every day.
You know, it's, I think tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night is the main threat. But in the meantime, it's been rather cloudy around here. And that's kept temperatures below the averages for this time of the year. We're in the mid to upper 70s. A few spots had some sunshine, like Gettysburg, up near the 80-degree mark. Not real humid, but yeah, still some humidity in the air, still some stickiness or dampness, if you will. Temperatures generally in the 60s. Nothing on the radar for us now, but there are some storms out in the Midwest that could get here tomorrow. So anything, a lot of clouds around through the evening. We'll mention a sprinkle here or there. I doubt there's very much in the way of precipitation through the evening hours, but more storms could come in, especially late tomorrow and tomorrow night. The limiting factor will be these clouds. If the clouds stick around most of the day tomorrow, then we may not have anything severe, but we could still have some heavy rain. That is a possibility and the main concern. But after that, the second half of the week, heading into the weekend, looks real nice. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit.
A man's in prison tonight after police say he attacked nurses inside Penn State Hershey Medical Center and then tried to rape one of them. WGAL News 8's Matt Barcaro is live with the details.
This attack happened early this morning inside the man's hospital room, and while we don't know why he was here to be treated, we don't know what he was being treated for, police say that he summoned the nurse to his room and assaulted her. According to court documents obtained by WGAL News 8, Derry Township Police say Christian Bonnet pushed the nurse all the way into his room and started choking her. He's accused of shutting the door on the other nurses who were trying to come in to stop the attack, but when they forced their way in, Bonnet is accused of punching a nurse in the jaw. And at one point, police say Bonnet's hospital gown fell off. He tried pulling the clothes of the nurse off as well to sexually assault her. In the end, police say it took 6 nurses and 2 security guards to finally subdue Bonnet so that police could come and arrest him. In a statement, the hospital says that 3 staff members were hurt in this scuffle and they have been evaluated. The hospital also praised the staff for their, quote, quickly and selflessly helping their colleague. We're live in Hershey. I'm Matt Barcaro, WGAL News 8.
The man suspected of killing his pregnant wife and 2 young children is expected to be formally charged tonight in Colorado. Chris Watts faces 3 counts of first-degree murder and 3 counts of tampering with a deceased body. Prosecutors say the body of his wife was recovered last week from a shallow grave near an Anadarko oil tank. That's the company where Watts worked until he was fired Wednesday. His 2 daughters, ages 3 and 4, were recovered from inside oil tanks near their mother's body.
Right now, people in Chicago are dealing with another violent weekend.
Between Friday and Sunday, somebody was shot every hour in Chicago. Natasha Chen reports.
The numbers tell the story. This past weekend in Chicago, 58 people were shot, 6 killed, 3 in custody. 83 illegal guns were seized, 29 people arrested on gun charges, and 68 gatherings shut down.
As long as we fail to create repercussions for carrying and using illegal guns, we're simply going to continue to have these discussions on Monday mornings.
The Chicago police superintendent says this gun violence is not a widespread problem in the city. It's the same people pulling the trigger. Among those killed, 2 teenagers who were reported missing on Friday when police were with one of their mothers.
The mother actually received an anonymous message saying that this party believed that she could find her son in a wooded area.
Detectives and family went to that location and found the 2 teens. At another shooting in Seward Park,
it's sad. It hurts my heart.
3 men were rushed to the hospital. Witnesses told Chicago station WGN that 2 of them were volunteers at an anti-violence basketball tournament nearby.
He was telling them, you all need to take this away from the kids. You know, whatever y'all fighting about, take this somewhere else. We got kids over here.
2 weeks ago, Chicago saw more than 60 people shot. 600 more police were put on the streets this weekend, but the numbers still spiked.
It's ridiculous. You know, I'm out in the communities all the time, and people are sick and tired of it, and they should be.
He said stakeholders all need to work together and hold repeat offenders accountable. I'm Natasha Chen reporting.
To Lebanon County, where police are looking for a thief who stole from a fire company. It happened yesterday afternoon at the Goodwill Fire Company on West Main Avenue in Myerstown. Police say the thief got away with about $5,700 from a safe.
A huge sinkhole in Lancaster County at a shopping center may be explored later this week, nearly 2 weeks after it opened up. The fenced-off sinkhole that opened on August 10th at the Tanger Outlet Shopping Center continues to attract curious shoppers. Tanger's general manager tells News 8 that engineers and a construction team plan to meet at the site tomorrow morning.
And from there, we understand they may begin some work later in the week, possibly Thursday, as far as their investigative work.
Now, before repair work can start, engineers have to start exploring the sinkhole to determine the extent of the damage and to find a possible cause. Meanwhile, all the stores at Tanger remain open for business.
Students at Benjamin Franklin Elementary School in Harrisburg got a warm welcome this morning. The first day of school started with applause and cheers from educators and a group called 100 Men Greeting. The Harrisburg School District partnered with a group made up of men in the community to greet the students. Organizers say the interaction helps make the students feel more comfortable.
I believe it's a firm belief that it does take a village to raise a child. So these men are out here just greeting the children. I say, don't let this be a one-time thing. Come back each and every time.
The group also welcomed back students at the middle and high school in the district.
This afternoon on WGAL News 8 at 4, we'll be showing you around this year's Elizabethtown Fair.
News 8's Becca Hendrickson joins us live from the fairgrounds.
Hey guys, yeah, it's the start of fair season here in the Susquehanna Valley in Lancaster. This is the first of 7 this season. Sally's over here, she's running the show. She's the woman you need to know this week. Sally, just tell me a little bit about what makes the Etown Fair special.
First of all, we are primarily an agricultural fair. We're part of the state fair system. We offer something from the baby photo contest to a senior citizens day on Wednesday. Lots of food, rides, exhibits, animals, something for everybody. Come join us.
People are starting to trickle in. It doesn't start until 5 officially, but we were just talking, weather is playing a big factor this year in a lot of fair seasons, so you're hoping for the best this week.
We certainly are. It looks better now than it did last week for this week, but whatever comes, we'll deal with it.
People watching us right now may be thinking, oh, that would be fun to do tonight. Is there anything special going on tonight people should know about?
Well, tonight we have a flag raising at 5:30, and we have some veterans coming in on motorcycles from Mount Joy. We're excited about that. Then we have our Queen competition. Our last year's Queen will be giving up her crown to a new girl.
Great, Sally. We're really looking forward to the fair. We're going to be here all afternoon long showing you around the Etown Fair. The next stop up, we're going to show you the animals. Of course, this is an agricultural fair. Make sure to stick with us.
Coming up on WGAL News 8 at 4, a newly released video shows the moment a bridge collapsed on a highway in Italy, killing over 40 people.